Hi, my name is Vince Palco, founder, owner of AdToons.com. And today I want to talk to you about the power of creating your own book, the power of taking what it is up here in your head and putting it into the form of a book, a resource for your prospects to use, utilize, pass along to other people. And being that I'm part illustrator, part businessman, many of my clients understand that I can illustrate parts of their book to make it even more engaging. And I've got a few samples here today. This is No BS Ruthless Management of People and Profits by Dan Kennedy. And if you go through this book, you can see several of the illustrations. Oop, not holding it up high enough there for for the people that go through this resource. Dan understands the power of having an engaging cartoon. Two, there's one. To hold the interest of the audience and break up all the text that's in the book and get them laughing. Okay, so that's one way to use AdToons in your business to accentuate the resource that you have, to write less when you go to write your book, and then to also make it more of a visual, engaging experience for your reader. Let me talk to you next about book covers. Okay, here's a book that I wrote called Tackling Life's Problems, and I incorporated an old school photo of myself smashing a quarterback on the ground. Uh, Here's the back cover and what that looks like. Someone must be calling. So you can have a lot of fun with making an engaging cover for your book. And that's what I pride myself on when I work with my clients. And this book also has illustrations throughout to just help tell the story. Cartoons and illustrations are super popular with authors who write books and want to add a little more spice to their book. Anyway, this is a book you can find at vincepalco.com. That's VINCEP as in Paul, ALKO.com. And you can go pick that book up. But today we're talking about book covers. We're talking about illustrations inside your resource to bring it to life, to really make it, just send it over the top in the mind of your readers, and also to get it noticed, not only on Amazon, but if you do happen to get it into a bookstore, uh, these are, I mean, you want to, everyone judges a book by its cover. That's the old saying. So this is what you want to do. You want to make sure your book covers are engaging. And next cover I want to show you is another book I wrote called Gridiron Mind Power. Gridiron Mind Power is a resource for young athletes who want to achieve success on the football field. And you might have guessed, I did the cover, I wrote the book, did the back cover, and also did the illustrations on the inside. I don't know if you can see these and all or not. Okay, so illustrations, book covers. At AdToons, we do all that. Here's another resource. Very, very powerful book by my good friend, Dr. Wu D. You can get this resource at, what is it? Energy Medicine, Florida. This is what Doc looks like. Gosh, I gotta get used to this camera. You gotta go opposite of the camera to get it into the viewfinder. Doc's a really good guy. He is a um, medical qigong practitioner, among other things. But what I do is I go in and I can lay the book out, design it to your liking, and then I have a resource that will publish the book. And not only that, publish it and get it up on Amazon all one fell swoop. And it really, really has awesome pricing. If you are a self-publisher and you want to get the most bang for your buck, I haven't seen anything close to the prices of this vendor that I use. And you can print one, or you can print 1,000, and you still get this one-time, very cost-effective rate. And you can do that and print off copies and have them sent to you, and just print to order. As the order comes in, just have about 10 to 15 to 20 copies ready to go. Some get 50 copies, some order 100 copies. That way, if the resource does change, it's easy to update. Let me show you one last. Look how engaging and gripping that title is, as well as visually interesting. This is a book done for a doctor who is in the, there he is right there, Peter J. Pollock, MD. And Peter has a business where he teaches other docs the importance of a good implementation with their EMR. EMR is basically electronic medical records, and how the president is basically getting all practices to switch over from hard copy to electronic, and maybe you are aware of that system and process, how it's transitioning these days. Well, Dr. Pollock actually created a resource. Again, all the illustrations inside the book done by AdToons and myself. We actually created an implementation map guide on the back. You can see that that you can get free when you go to it's EMR Jungle to pick up this book. And if you know anyone in the medical field who's a doctor who owns his own practice, this is the resource for them. He also has an amazing website where I've been teaching him how to draw more effectively on the whiteboard, and he's put together a series of videos that are just dynamite in terms of conveying complex, difficult information that might be hard for the average doctor to understand from a technical aspect. And he's put it into a really, really engaging video clip, and he's broken them up so for anyone with short attention spans, you can kind of take it little by little, chunk by chunk, and done an excellent job with this. This is like top of the line in terms of EMR implementation education. So kudos to Dr. Pollock for putting this together. You can also go to Amazon and pick up a copy. Navigating the EMR Jungle is the name of that book. Okay, so these are just a few of the many clients that I've assisted along the way, not only with creating interesting, engaging book covers, but also creating illustrations inside to keep the content moving along, to keep the audience engaged, and to keep you writing less. Many of these illustrations will fill up an entire page, so that can save you quite a bit of time to get your project done and dusted. So if you have any questions regarding any kind of book illustrations, any kind of book cover designs, who I use for my fulfillment, and want to find out more information there, I basically give my clients access to the same people that I use to publish my books. And again, it's a really amazing resource. You will like flip when you hear the pricing. For a book like this, it's probably about $230, $240 per copy. And most publishing companies, you pay $6 for 300, and to get that kind of pricing, you got to buy like 4,000 books. Okay, so if you are in the market for